In this next SEO tip, I'm going to show you how to increase the loading speed of your website. Now this is important because, as always, if you go to the Google Webmaster Guidelines, if you've not seen these before, just simply go to Google and search using a phrase called Google Webmaster Guidelines, and it'll bring this page up here. And you've got three sets of guidelines here plus some quality guidelines. And if you go to this one here where it says help visitors use your pages, if you come down here a little bit, it says optimize your page loading times. Fast sites make happy users. And there's also a tool there for actually measuring the speed of your website, so you can get an indication, a percentage if you like, from Google's point of view about how well you're doing. Now there is this thing called GZIP. It doesn't matter technically exactly what it is or how it works. The point is it will speed up your website. Now if you're using WordPress, all you need to do is install a plugin. So in this case I've got a plugin called, bit of a mouthful, GZIP Ninja Speed Compression. So you just go and install that, and once you've done that you'll get a little option down here where it says GZIP Ninja Speed, and if you click on that, there's only one option here, which is basically enable it. That's it. There's no configuration as such. Now depending on the type of web server you're using, this will either work or it won't. If it doesn't work, it shouldn't do any harm, and if it does work, it can significantly speed up the loading of your website. So if you are using WordPress, I would strongly recommend you think about installing and enabling GZIP. Now if we go back to the Google Webmaster Guidelines, as I say, if you look at this section here, it talks about the speed. There is actually a Google tool so you can measure the loading speed of your website. It's called Page Speed Insights. And if I go and click on that, basically in this section here you just simply enter the address for a website. So I'll enter the address of my for SEOtraining.com.au website, and you click on where it says Analyze over here. Now the great thing about this tool, it's from Google, so it's from Google's perspective. And also notice there are two tabs here, mobile and desktop. So on the mobile side of things, I'm getting 73 out of 100, which is not bad. It could be better. As you can see, I could fix some things here, but it still loads pretty fast. And more to the point, certainly in Perth where I live, if I type in something like SEO Training Perth, I come up first. So it's one of those things where it's not broken, don't fix it. If I click on the desktop tab here, that's even higher. So I've got an 83% rating on the desktop and 73% on mobiles. And again, you can look at these things here and it will show you how to optimize your website even further. So, you know, if you want to, for instance, reduce server response time, you can click here and get tips on how to do that. So in some cases, these might be a little bit technical, so you might have to get your web hosting company to implement them. But ideally, you want this number to be as high as possible. So as I say, for my SEO training website, which is www.forseotraining.com.au, I'm getting 83 for desktop and 73 for mobile, which is not bad. And the other thing is that you get a little representation over here of what that website would look like on a mobile. If I click on desktop, again, you get a representation of what it's going to look like on a sort of standard laptop or desktop. Now, if I come down here a bit, just to illustrate the point, where it talks about enable compression, it does actually say compressing resources with GZIP. So it does. So Google actually recommends you use GZIP. If you're not using WordPress, you might have to have some other way of implementing it, in which case ask your hosting company. But again, that's one of the beautiful things about WordPress. WordPress just makes everything so easy. So if you want GZIP in WordPress, you just simply enable the plugin or install the plugin, enable it, that's it, forget about it, it's done.